Hello everybody, how's it going? Our lesson today it's about arrays, and arrays it's really important. So let's go to see what is array. Alright, but before we go to see what is array, let me remind you that we take before fundamentals data type like integer, char, float, double, bool, string, void, and these things. And we take derived data type, function, and we take user defined data type, structure, and enum. And we said user defined data type, it's the data type that the developer or the user created for themselves. They choose the name after the keyword of the struct, for example, or enum. And after we use the keyword of struct or enum, we can create the name of data type that we want to create it. For example, str info, like the previous lesson, or whatever we want. Same for the enum. All right, em gender, em marital status, em colors, whatever you want. But derived data type, we cannot use function, for example, because it's from name already, derived data type. We have to use the function with fundamentals data type. We cannot use the function by itself. We have to use void before the name of the function. It's become procedure. Or we can use integer function or integer, or this function from integer data type. So before the name of the function, we use integer data type. This function, its kind or its value, or will return value integer numbers. And same with the float function or double function or string function. So because derived data type like function, we couldn't use it by itself, we couldn't define it or declare it by itself, we have to use it with fundamentals data type. All right, same with the array. It's derived data type. We have to use with the array one of the fundamentals data type. For example, we have integer array, char array, float array, double array, string array. So let's go to see what is array. All right, an array is a variable that can store multiple values of same type. What does this mean? It's mean instead I define 5 integer data type with 5 variables, and I give each variable a value in 5 lines of codes. I will just define one integer data type, for example, and one variable, declare one variable. I will put next to the name of the variable example of 5, and after that equal between two brackets I will put the initial values. It will be integer numbers, but they should to be from the same data type. And also, as we said before, that the string is an array that stores multiple characters. We have a string, for example, full name. This full name is a string, and each letter of this string or of this full name, it's a character. So string, it's an array of characters as explained in the previous lesson. Let's have example to remind ourselves. Example string of an array of characters, hashtag include a string, hashtag string using namespace main function. All right, string x equal between double quotations Sam, Adam, Alex, my full name. So if I want to print the first letter in this string, the first character in this string, I will use this syntax. X of 0, it will print for me S. X of 2, it will print for me M. X of 7, it will print for me also M, because the spaces also it's a count from the string. All right, but if I want to create array of integer, not just for strings, we say the string is array of characters, so the letters inside the string it's actually array of characters. But if I want to create array of integer, how can I do it? I will do it like this: integer x of 5. For example, instead, as I said, define 5 integer data type with 5 variables. I will just define one integer data type, declare one variable, and I will put next to the name of the variable between two square brackets of 5. And after that equal, because I want 5 values or 5 integer numbers, equal between two curly brackets I will put the values or the initial values that I will assign them to the name of this variable, which is x. 22, 18, 2, 5, 520. If I want to print the first value in the array, I will use this syntax that same with the string. X of 0, it will print for me 22. X of 1, it will print for me 18. So the index of the array also starts from 0. So enum and string and array, their index starts from 0. All right, so as we said, if you want to create array of integer, we define integer data type, and after that you declare a variable. We call this, for example, x, sukuku, whatever you want, of 5 equal between two curly brackets we will put the initial values, which is integer number, because the array from integer data type. This is the array members. The array members, which mean the position of each value in the array. X of 0 it's 22, x of 1 it's 18, x of 2 2, x of 3 55, and etc etc. The array values, you already know what is values. Array indexes start from 0, like the enum and the string, as we said. Now index start from 0, and here we have memory address for each value. The compiler treat each value inside the array as a specific integer value. For example, here number 22, the compiler treated as a standard integer number, which means it has its specific address, reference, or location, as we said before, to get back if you want in the future to get back to modify on this specific value inside the array. So the compiler not take all these values together as a one integer number. No, each value inside the array, each number inside the array is a specific integer number, and the compiler treated as a specific integer number with its range. For example, we say the standard integer number that we use it now, its range starts from negative 2 billion to positive 2 billion. So here I can put instead 22 negative 2 billion, and instead 18 I can put 1 billion and a half, and instead 2 I can put positive 2 billion. Why? Because the compiler treat each value inside the array separately as an integer, a standard integer number inside the array, and also give them specific or different memory address or location. All right, now let's go to Visual Studio to practice on this code of how to create an array. All right, this is our program. Hashtag include a stream, hashtag string. I don't know why he's string. Anyway, it's written from the previous code using namespace td in German function. Now we declare array of integer x of 5 equal between two curly brackets. I put initial values, and after that, if I want to print them, for example, cout less than x of 0, it will print for me 22. Same for the rest. Let's run to this program to see what the compiler is going to give us. Perfect. The compiler display on the console screen the initial values that are put in the arrays. But also no need to do initial values. For example, if you don't want to do initial values, you can delete these, and you can come here, you delete these initial values also. All right, and after that you can write it like this: x of 0 equal, for example, 10, and semicolon. X of 1 equal 20, semicolon. And also you can treat the variable of the array like any another variable. All right, don't care that there is two brackets and number inside it. This is just the position, the number of the position of the value, the index of the value itself. So you can treat the value as you want. For example, I want to print them now. Cout object less than, I will say x of 0 plus x of 1 less than end line. The compiler will add them for me, sum them, and give me the final result, which is 30. Why 30? Perfect, it's 30 because 10 plus 20 is 30. So that was the array. Let's get back now to our slides. We have a small homework. All right, this is our homework. I want you to write a program to display this question for the user and collect 3 grades or scores using array of course to do the following: to display these questions to the user and collect 3 grades or scores from the user and give me the final average of these numbers, right? Using array for sure. So your array will be of what? Of 3, because 3 grades or 3 scores. Now let's get back to Visual Studio to solve this homework together. All right, this is the code of the homework. We create or define float, and we name the array grades of 3. All right, because we want to collect from the user, or we want to take from the user 3 grades. And after that, set object to display this question on the console screen for the user. Please enter the first grade. Cn greater than grades of 0, because the first spot in the array, we have array of 3. So the first spot, the compiler gives us 3 slots. So the first spot in the array is 0, because the index of the array and string and enum start from 0. So grades of 0, it will be stored inside it, the first number or the first grade of this student or person. And after that, please enter second grade, grades of 1, Please enter the third grade, grade of 2. And after that, we define another float data type, and we declare a variable. We name it avg average equal between two brackets or parentheses. I put the grades of 0 plus the grades of 1 plus the grades of 2, all of them, the numbers or the grades that I will take them from the user to the console screen between two brackets. I'll put them between parentheses. Divided 3. Why divide 3? Because there is 3 grades. We have 3 grades. So divided 3, and in the end, if I want to print the average of the grades that I will collect it from the user to the console screen, I will use cout object. I will write the string. The average of the grades is, I will call the name of the average. All right, let's do run to see this program how it's gonna work. Perfect. The compiler display for me the first question. Please enter the first grade. Let's say 80. Please enter the second grade, 75. Please enter the third grade, 90. Now when I press enter, the compiler should give me the string or display the string with the average of these grades. I think it's 80 point something or 81.667. This is the average of the grades is 81.667. So that was the solution of the homework, and that was the lesson of the array. See you next lesson, guys. Ciao.